Okay, hello. So, our school recently adopted the system of E-Hallpass. Now, essentially, if you need to go to the bathroom or something now, instead of just being handed, like a little paper slip saying, go to bathroom, then come back, you're now, using this website. And it's not super great, the whole experience, not the best, but it got worse. Because I went to check out the reviews for this, and I'm pretty sure you could see where this is going. As you all know, this app is used so we can easily ask our sweet teachers to go potty. Well, I was in biology doing a lab when all of a sudden I had to pee. I sent in the E-Hallpass and left the class. As I am skipping my way to the bathroom, I hear some sniffing behind me. I whip my head around but see nobody there. As I turn back around, there he is. The smell of rotten fish fills my nostrils as I look up to see our country's president, Joe Biden. I am suddenly very uncomfortable, standing next to a man who can't even finish a sentence. As I stand there in shock, he starts to say something to me.
I don't you want to think in bathroom to do in school work and go to then think about it.
I stand in shock at what he said, trying to understand it. I don't understand, so I just shrug. He looks very irritated and turns me around with his craggly fingers and says,
Back to class, young lady!
As we walk up the stairs, he trips. I stand there unknowingly of what to do. He stands back up and continues our journey. Once he trips again, I make a run for it. I sprint to the bathroom because obviously I still have to pee. As I am washing my hands, I feel sniffing in my hair. So, I look up, and in the mirror reflection, it's him. Joe Biden found me.
Found you.
This app is horrible. I'm officially traumatized by a current event that happened later that day after my school forced me to get the app and use it for the bathroom. There I was, sitting at home, playing Fortnite with the boys, when I heard a knock on my front door. My mom always told me to never answer the door, so I went up to my room to hide. I had barely made it up the stairs when my door got busted down and 5 men in all black outfits with the word E-Hallpass Police Force written across their chest. I turned and sprinted into my room, but they caught me before I could get there. 2 of the men dragged me down and slammed me into one of those dining room table chairs. At this point, I was crying. Why would these scary men come to my house? One of the guys took off his mask and said, "Do you know why we're here?" I said no automatically since I was barely able to talk. I felt a hot hand right to my cheek as he smacked me in the face. "You better think about that again," he said. So without real hard, when I realized I forgot to sign out to go to the bathroom earlier that day, I just got up and walked out. I told them that, and they all nodded their head in unison. "It better not happen again, bud," one of them had said. Then they all turned around and walked out the door, leaving me shaking in the chair. I urge you all not to let any other kids experience this as I did. It is truly a horrible app.
Alright, listen here guys. This app kidnapped my son. I'm a working mom with 2 sons, and earlier this week, my youngest boy was kidnapped because of this app. It was Sunday night, and he was still leaving his friend's house, but he didn't realize he still had this app installed. He rode his bike home, but on the way there, his app dinged, telling him it was time for his bathroom break. Then, a demon popped out of the trees and chased him home. My eldest son and I were out at work, so my baby boy was all alone. And the app had disabled any calls to 911. My son tried to shoot the E-Hallpass demon, but it took him. It took my boy. He was trapped in the E-Hallpass dimension for a week, where he was starved and chased and in constant fear for his life, until finally me and the town sheriff busted into the app headquarters and went into the portal to save him. I have my boy back, but he's different. He's quieter. Sometimes I can hear the faint beep of an E-Hallpass notification coming from his throat. I'm scared. We got my son back, but at what cost?
I was skeptical at first, but this app soon revealed its true colors, like a peacock spreading its feathers in the summer sky. I soon discovered that this app was secretly a one-way pass to the alleged Morbin time. Each time I request a hall pass, I feel the sheer power of Jared Leto himself coursing through my veins. My legs start to shake, as I gain an intense thirst for human blood. Each time I get one of these hall passes approved, I know then and there that it is the season of the mob. I have sometimes spent hours outside of class because the staff was unable to stop me. No matter how hard they try, they can't stop what I call my morbid minute. I have become addicted to the feeling I get when I truly become transformed into the Marvel legend Dr. Michael Morbius himself. School security can stop me no more than I can stop myself from getting the euphoric feeling of the ecstasy of the mob. I know that this has been a long review, but I leave you with this. Don't get the E-Hallpass. This has become my blessing, my curse, my mob. Thank you for all of your support, and may the mob be with you. Okay, so these are insanely weird, but these next ones get slightly more graphic, so if you're ever like queasy or grossed out to that sort of thing, here's your warning. I found myself clenching my cheeks at maximum focus, trying not to unleash the foul things that are building up in my anus, and I asked my teacher to accept my request. And after 5 minutes of holding back a mean right to her face, she accepted my request, and I was out of there in a flash. In front of me stood a nightmarish sight. My phone fell. Kevin Hart was standing, blocking my way from sweet relief, and he shook my head. No. Caressing my face, shushing me, telling me it would be all right and to go back to class. "But Mr. Kevin," I shouted, "I really need to go." I was bouncing up and down, knowing in a moment the floodgates could burst at any time. Then, in the blink of an eye, he delivered a swift kick to my jaw, knocking me out. I woke up to the bell ringing and my pants were dyed a dark brown color. My nose hairs fell out after catching a ghastly smell so bad it could knock out 10 elephants. My classmates showed up and laughed while I was crying at the sight of my pants being a new color. An announcement rang loudly telling everyone to evacuate immediately. 3 men in hazmat suits held a chloroform rag over my nose, which knocked me out, since I was about to pass out anyways from the gruesome smell. I woke up naked in a hospital bed with 40 tubes in my nose, and I found out I was put into comatose by the harrowing odor. Please, stay away from this app. Save yourselves. We just started using this traumatizing app at my school. We were all so excited and thrilled to be able to feel safe and secure when going to the restroom, nurse, counselor, etc. Until there was an accident. I had to go to the bathroom truly very bad. My anus felt like exploding, and my face went white. The veins in my arms kept gushing with power to have the strength to keep it in. My butthole was red with frustration from restraint. I raised my hand, frail and distraught. "Mr. Smith, can I please go to the bathroom? Can you please click accept on my bathroom request?" "No," he said. Tears shed down on my face, until suddenly the edges of my anus started to tear, and it splurted out on me, projectiled towards my chair, and lifting me up out of my seat from the force and power of my anus. "Emergency! Emergency!" I shouted. The whole class had to evacuate. The biohazard team was rushed into the room as fecal matter spewed out of the room. The smell started to exhibit an extraordinarily diswrought radioactive odor that permanently penetrated the noses of all my classmates, causing hundreds to puke, scream, and pass out. We were all rushed out of the building and quarantined. I have been ridiculed by my classmates, and they are now very scared of me and my anus's supernatural powers. I will never be the same, and neither will my anus. I hope all these reviews have shown you one important matter. Don't do E-Hallpass. Doesn't matter how more secure it will make your school. If it's not making you rush from the sheer euphoria of becoming Dr. Michael Morbius, then your school will have a biohazard team, or you will get tracked in the E-Hallpass dimension, or the E-Hallpass police force will come get you. Please, don't get this app.